My name is Robert, but everyone calls me Bob. I'm 80 years old and I want to share something with you today that might just be the most important lesson I've ever learned, especially if you're at a certain stage in life like me. Imagine waking up at my age and suddenly realizing a crucial piece of your life has vanished, a connection that rooted you to your very past, and with it, a part of yourself. This isn't just a story, it's a warning and a profound insight I gained just 6 months ago, something that completely changed how I see everything, a realization born from the deepest grief. You see, my best friend Tom passed away. We'd known each other for an incredible 57 years, a lifetime of shared moments, and when he died, it wasn't just him I lost, a fundamental part of me, a piece of my history, my identity, truly died with him. If you don't want to carry that same regret, that profound emptiness, then please stay with me. This is about more than just friendship. It's about what makes life truly worth living and what you absolutely cannot afford to take for granted. Before I delve into the heavy truth of loss, let me rewind and tell you how such an irreplaceable bond even began. It was 1967, and I was a young 23-year-old finding my way in the world while working at a printing shop in bustling Chicago. Coincidentally, Tom started working there the very same week, making us both the nervous newcomers, constantly trying to navigate those massive, intimidating printing machines without losing a finger in the process. Our supervisor, perhaps sensing a connection even before we did, put us on the same shift that first day, and we worked side by side for 8 hours, exchanging hardly 2 words. Yet, as the day wound down, he made a simple offer that would utterly reshape the course of my life. He asked if I wanted to grab a beer, and of course I said sure. Little did I know that single beer would effortlessly pour into a remarkable 57 years of unwavering friendship. Our story wasn't one for the grand history books or a dramatic screenplay. We were just 2 ordinary guys who met while earning a living, but we became extraordinary friends through every twist and turn life threw our way. We navigated the complexities of marriages and heartbreaks, of divorces, witnessed the joyous births of our children, and watched them grow into adults, and stood by each other through all the countless regular stuff that makes up a lifetime. Our lives intertwined seamlessly. Tom got married in 1969, and I proudly stood beside him as his best man, just as he did for me when I married Carol in 1971. Our wives, Linda and Carol, quickly became the best of friends too, transforming our casual acquaintanceship into a cherished Friday night tradition. Every week, without fail, we'd gather for dinner, play cards, and simply talk, without needing anything fancy or exciting to keep us entertained. It was just 2 couples, quietly savoring time together, building a foundation of shared history. Looking back now, I truly understand the immense fortune we had. It wasn't about extravagant events or groundbreaking adventures. Instead, our luck stemmed from something far more precious and elusive, a steady, constant friendship, the kind that many people search for their entire lives but never quite find. This was a friendship where there was no need to perform, no pressure to impress. You simply showed up, fully and comfortably yourself, knowing you were seen and accepted for exactly who you were. Tom and I worked together at that old print shop for a solid 12 years, building our bond one shift at a time until 1979, when the shop sadly closed its doors. I moved on to different work, and Tom started a new chapter working for the city, meaning we no longer saw each other every day. However, our cherished Friday night dinners never stopped, and we always made sure to call whenever something important or even trivial happened in our lives. The decades continued to roll on, and our friendship proved to be an anchor through life's inevitable storms. In 1985, when my father passed away, Tom didn't offer a single flowery speech at the funeral. Instead, he simply stood beside me, quietly placing his hand on my shoulder, and that small gesture was more than enough. When you're caught in the throes of grief, you don't need eloquent words or attempts to fix things. You just need the quiet, solid presence of someone who cares. Years later, in 1992, it was Tom's turn to face hardship when his son got into trouble. ultimately ending up in jail for a year. Tom blamed himself fiercely, but I echoed the very same comforting words he had offered me years before. Sometimes bad things simply happen, and they are not your fault. Thankfully, his son eventually turned his life around, got clean, got married, and now has 2 wonderful children, making Tom incredibly proud. The true significance of friendship, especially the deep, abiding kind, often isn't fully realized until you've accumulated some years and perspective. When we're young, we tend to view friends as simply people to have fun with, companions for laughter and good times. But genuine friendship transcends superficiality. It's about consistently showing up when life becomes excruciatingly hard. It means sitting with someone in profound silence because there are simply no words adequate enough to fill the void. It's about knowing another person so intimately that you can instinctively tell they are hurting, even when they outwardly insist they're fine. Tom and I shared precisely that profound connection. After 57 years, we had evolved beyond friends, becoming more like brothers, and in some ways even better than brothers, because our bond was one we consciously chose, forged by decades of loyalty and shared experience. Then came 2008, a year that forever altered the landscape of my life when Carol, my beloved wife, succumbed to breast cancer. At 64, I suddenly found myself adrift and alone, with my kids grown and absorbed in their own busy lives. But Tom was there. For the entire first month after Carol's passing, he arrived at my house every single day, without fail. He brought food, he sat with me, he let me cry uncontrollably, never once attempting to fix it or tell me that things would eventually get better. He simply allowed me the space to feel the overwhelming grief I needed to feel. Following Carol's death, I plunged into a deep, dark period, isolating myself and losing all desire to leave the house. Yet Tom persistently kept showing up anyway, stubbornly refusing to let me wallow in solitude. He'd simply say, "Come on, Bob, let's go get lunch." And I'd go, not because I suddenly felt better, but because I knew he wasn't going to give up on me. 5 years later, in 2013, the cycle of grief came full circle for Tom when Linda, his dear wife, died from a heart attack. The phone call came at 3 in the morning, relaying the devastating news that by the time the ambulance arrived, it was already too late. I immediately drove to his house, where I found him sitting motionless at his kitchen table, simply staring into nothingness, utterly lost. I sat down beside him, and for hours we remained in that profound silence because there was truly nothing to say. He knew I understood the desolate pain, having just walked that very same path. After Linda's death, Tom and I, now both widowers, spent even more time together, leaning on each other. We established a new ritual, meeting for breakfast twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday morning, at the same diner we'd frequented for 20 years. We'd order our usual, sit in our familiar booth, and discuss anything and nothing in particular. The weather, the news, how the Cubs were playing. It was mostly small talk, but it mattered immensely, providing much needed structure and giving us something consistent to anticipate in our quiet, changed lives. As our hair turned grayer and the years truly piled on, our conversations increasingly drifted into the past. We found ourselves reminiscing more and more, recalling the foolish things we'd done in our youth, the memorable trips we'd taken, the mistakes we'd inevitably made, and the faces of friends and loved ones who were now gone. It wasn't a sad endeavor, not truly. It felt more like we were taking inventory of our long lives, carefully cataloging every cherished memory, ensuring we remembered everything important before it faded completely. Then, just last year, I began to notice Tom forgetting things. Small details at first, harmless slips, but gradually it worsened. He would recount the same story 3 times in a single conversation, clearly unaware. His daughter eventually took him to the doctor, and the diagnosis came back. Dementia, still in its early stages, but undeniably present. Tom was utterly terrified of losing himself, of becoming a shadow of the man he was, and in that moment I offered him the same steadfast counsel he had once given me years ago. We simply deal with what we're dealt one day at a time. The last 6 months of Tom's life were incredibly hard. His decline was swifter than anyone anticipated. Some days he would look at me with full recognition, his eyes alight. Other days a blank stare would greet me, and he wouldn't know who I was. But I kept showing up every Tuesday and Thursday morning at his house, just as I always had. It didn't matter if he recognized me or not. What mattered was my presence. 6 months ago, the inevitable finally occurred. Tom suffered a stroke and was hospitalized for 2 agonizing days before he finally passed away. I was there by his side, holding his hand, whispering that it was okay to let go, that he could rest now, and he did. I am 80 years old now, and I have endured the pain of losing many people throughout my life. My parents, my dear wife, other friends who walked beside me for a time. But losing Tom was profoundly different. Tom was the last living soul who truly remembered who I used to be, the only one who knew every single one of my stories, both the triumphs and the embarrassments. He was the only person left who could laugh with me about things that had happened 40, 50 years ago. When Tom died, a whole irreplaceable chunk of my personal history, my very identity, died with him. In the quiet days after his funeral, a crushing realization dawned on me. For most of my life, I had taken our friendship entirely for granted. I simply assumed Tom would always be there, always ready for breakfast on Tuesday mornings, always available to listen when I needed to talk, always present. Now, he isn't, and I can't get that time back, not a single moment of it. So here's what I desperately want you to understand. No matter your age or what stage of life you're currently in, friends absolutely matter. Not just casual acquaintances, but real friends. The ones who consistently show up when things are at their absolute hardest. The ones who truly know you better than you often know yourself. These profound friendships are incredibly rare and precious, and they demand effort. They require your time. They necessitate showing up even when it's inconvenient, when you're tired, or when you simply don't feel like it. I observe people today, and it seems everyone is perpetually busy, constantly focused on their careers or their families or their own overwhelming problems, to the extent that they simply don't make time for their friends. They convince themselves they'll do it later, that they have all the time in the world. But you don't. Time is a finite resource. It inevitably runs out. People die, and one day, you'll awaken to the profound realization that you're alone, and all those things you once thought were so monumentally important didn't truly matter at all. Tom and I were blessed with 57 years together, 57 years of cherished Friday dinners, comforting Tuesday breakfasts, late-night phone calls, and simply being there for one another through thick and thin. And yet, somehow, it still wasn't enough. I still ache for more time. And I still wish I had appreciated every single moment of it even more profoundly while I had the chance. So if you are fortunate enough to have a true friend, not merely an acquaintance, but someone who has been a consistent, unwavering presence in your life through all the passing years, please don't hesitate. Call them. Make concrete plans to get together. Show up genuinely. Do not wait. Do not foolishly assume you'll have more time later, because you might not, and that is a heartbreaking truth. After Tom died, my mind replayed countless moments when I could have called him but didn't. All the times I was too tired, too busy, or simply lacked the inclination. All the precious time I unknowingly wasted because I foolishly believed we had forever. We didn't, and the hard truth is, nobody does. I'm still here, still breathing. Every Tuesday and Thursday morning, I wake up, and for a fleeting split second, I completely forget. My mind automatically thinks about heading to the diner to meet Tom for breakfast. And then, the crushing memory returns. He's gone. I sit in my quiet house alone, and I find myself wondering what I'm supposed to do with all this unexpected time I have left now. My children suggest I should try to make new friends, maybe join a club or some activity. But I'm 80 years old, and honestly, I don't want new friends. I want my friend, the one who knew me for 57 years, the one who understood me completely without me ever having to explain a thing, the one who stood by me through absolutely everything. You simply don't replace a bond like that. You merely learn to live with the profound aching hole it leaves behind. So, here is my most heartfelt advice, and I offer it with every ounce of experience and sincerity I possess. Never ever take your friends for granted. Do not ever assume they will always be there, ready and waiting. Do not postpone getting together simply because you're busy or tired or stressed. Make the time, show up, be truly present in those moments, because one day, without warning, one of you won't be here anymore, and all you will be left with are cherished memories. Yes, but also the crushing weight of regret for all the precious time you allowed to be wasted. Tom taught me an immeasurable amount over our many years together. He taught me how to be a better friend myself, how to truly listen, how to consistently show up, and how to simply be there for someone. And now that he is gone, I am striving to pass those invaluable lessons on, not to replace him, for that's impossible, but to honor his beautiful life and to ensure that the way he lived, the love he shared, truly meant something in this world. If you are lucky enough to have someone in your life who has been there through thick and thin, through every joy and sorrow, please tell them you appreciate them today. Don't wait for the mythical right moment, because the right moment is unequivocally right now. Pick up the phone, send a heartfelt message, make concrete plans, because life is painfully short, and the people you love, the connections that truly matter, don't stick around forever. I miss Tom every single day. I miss our Tuesday and Thursday breakfast, our casual phone calls, and simply the quiet comfort of knowing he was out there, somewhere in the world. But amidst this profound ache, I am deeply, incredibly grateful. Grateful that I was given 57 extraordinary years with a friend like him. Grateful for every conversation, every shared meal, every single moment we created together. And I am eternally grateful that I got to be there with him in his final moments. That I got to hold his hand and tell him it was okay to finally let go. That, my friends, is the true essence of real friendship. Being there. In the vibrant good times and the devastating bad times, in the mundane everyday moments, and in those profound final moments of life, just being there. So if this story has resonated with you, if it means anything at all, please reach out to someone you deeply care about, make that effort, show up, and if you found some value or meaning in what I shared with you today, I would be truly grateful if you would hit that subscribe button and take a moment to leave a comment below. Tell me about your friendships, about the people who matter most to you. I make sure to read every single comment, and I would genuinely love to hear your stories. Thank you for listening.